What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, November 4th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. The coyotes are making some noise in the background right when I hit record. That's cool. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had an outstanding weekend, and I hope you're ready to get this week kicked off. Monday's cool. We got a moon here in Sag. It's going to meet with Venus. We start off the day early in the morning, kind of last night with the moon square Saturn. So we don't, maybe we feel some of that sort of on a Monday, like trying to get ourselves out of bed and, get the week going, maybe. But with Mars ingressing into Leo today, still in that opposition to Pluto, it becomes, Mars is much more stronger here in Leo. It's another fire sign. It's out of its fall position of Cancer. So I think there's just a lot of opportunity to actually feel more driven today, to kind of start the week with maybe a sense of purpose, kind of like, I want to actualize something. I want to get some things moving here. Yes, Mars is in pre-retrograde shadow, and it's going to go retrograde on December 6th, but we get a whole month, a whole 32 days basically of Mars in Leo before it retrogrades. Yes, it's slowing down, but hey, I say we use this Mars direct here in a fire sign for what it's worth while we got it. There can be things that might get rehashed over later. Let's not worry too much about what needs to get. We'll deal with that stuff when it comes, right? Like, that's my honest opinion. We can worry all we want, but what does worry actually do? If you feel driven, this is your time to use your drive. Mars has been stuck in the mud going slow in Cancer for long enough. Do what you got to do, especially with a moon in Sagittarius, also in fire, Venus in Sag. They're going to come together. They're going to oppose Jupiter. But again, this can be very positive if we're sort of willing to narrow down the things that feel good with Jupiter, and like the things that we know are good for us, the things that we know are good for our relationships with other people, finding that truth of what's actually shown up and then actualizing purpose from that. And I think also being hopeful is a good thing, but we don't want to be overly hopeful for things that don't have, sort of a black and white substance to it. The sun's at 12 degrees of Scorpio today, and it's going to be trining exactly over to Saturn. So again, it's almost like you kind of know what's working and what isn't working. It's time to not beat around the bush, but actualize and amplify the things that are working in your life right now. Put effort in. If you put effort into what's working and what spiritually and emotionally is kind of like, just you feel it. This is more flow state, intuitive stuff. When you put the effort behind where that flow state's going, things are going to work out. If you're just going to force it, good luck. Like I've talked about the past couple horoscopes, good luck, okay? Force what you got to force, but this is super positive. If you feel like you've been called to start a project and you haven't started it yet because the wheels haven't been ready to kind of get moving, I feel like this week and maybe even today you can kind of feel like the wheels are ready to move, like things are ready to let's go. So put that energy where it needs to go today. There's a lot of things to feel good about. I think this moon Venus here in Sagittarius is outstanding for trying to maybe learn something, going after something that would just feel good. Even that opposition to Jupiter, it's like you kind of know what you want to bring more of into your life. Well, why aren't you? It's a great day to do it. Put the energy and effort into something that you want to be driven for. And whether that's big or small, I think a day like this kind of shows that there's a lot that can come from it. The moon and Venus are also going to be trining Chiron in Aries. So, with Mars dispositing that Chiron and the North Node and coming into fire, I think this is just a really good creative outlet day where if you've been feeling like it's time, it's because it's time. If you haven't had the energy or the strength to kind of get it done or get it started, now you really might. And I think, tune into that frequency of what you want to see happen, because it might feel really good to kind of broaden horizons and kind of show more creative outlet this week than it did before. So think about it. Think about what would feel good for yourself. The moon's also going to finish off the day with a square to Neptune. So if by the evening maybe energy levels drop a little bit, moon square Neptune sensitivities can come up. But I would say use this day, even though we got shorter days and it's getting dark earlier, use these days for what it's worth and kind of make the most of it while we got that light. So yeah, go after it today. Get get something created for yourself, you know, learn something new. Ironically, I'm starting my mentorships today with some students. So like, I don't know, it's just funny how things work. Didn't plan that really, it just happened that way. But I'm going to learn a lot too, you know, just in terms of being a teacher of this craft. And yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Let's see what the card is for today. Got the 9 of Wands upright. Well, you know, it's funny because I feel like this is kind of saying, yeah, there's like more that needs to be actualized, or we need to put some energy and effort into more, but we're also coming off like holidays. We're also coming off an intense new moon that felt like a full moon. And we could be a little broken down, a little sensitive, a little like beaten up in some ways. And we don't want to like let that get us down right now. Like really put effort into something good. Like don't give up. I feel like this is like the don't give up card. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of made it through some of the real heavy stuff in this Scorpio season. And now it's like, gotta keep going, gotta persevere, gotta do it. So don't give up. Definitely find something that feels good to put your energy into and dial it in and go after it. I think it'll really open things up for you in a positive way and definitely make you feel good. And I think today, if you put the energy into something that you might think you don't have energy for, you'll find out really quickly when you get into it that you actually have plenty of energy for it, and you'll be like, thank God. I love you all. Have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you all mañana. Much love. Peace.